barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So, feel free to join the Patreon too. So I just saw a Blue Buzz video, and there are reports out that Anthony Joshua is getting paid $32 or $35 million, $32 million, Blue Buzz said, to come over here to America and fight Big Baby Miller. If you believe that, can I sell you a 6-pack of Coke for $25 a 6-pack? Man, listen, let me explain something to you guys. I was listening to the tone in which he was reporting it as if he believes it, and even he alluded to he believes it. And that's the whole point of reports and propaganda. So people can report, oh, he's making X amount of dollars, he's making this, he's making that. Canelo's making $35 million. Canelo made anywhere between $10 and $15 million against Rocky Fielding. All right. And these outrageous and outlandish type of claims that they're making is so far from the truth. So far. And the reason why, and I'm going to just from a pragmatic standpoint, I'm going to delve into, so you guys wait for the second half of the video, but just from a pragmatic common sense perspective, right? I've seen DAZN contracts, and you guys know of one that I've seen because it was on video. But outside of that, I've seen, listen, I'm going to keep it real with you. They offered anywhere between $1 and $2 million per fighter. All right. When they were reaching out trying to sign fighters, between $500,000 and $2 million, let's say $500,000 to $3 million per fight. And they claim they have all this money. Listen, if you have $35 million, wouldn't you create a team as opposed to buying one superstar? Think of this in terms of NBA basketball, since the trade deadline is tomorrow. Do you go all in on one athlete, or do you build a super team around you? If they have $35 million, $32 million to give Anthony Joshua, wouldn't they give Jamal Charlo 10? Wouldn't they give Adrian Broner 10? Then wouldn't they give, I'm just hypothetically speaking. So from a common sense, from a common sense perspective, it's almost asinine to even believe that these reports are real when he lost a purse bid. He's never won a purse bid here in America. And though you say, oh, he's driving the price up, he's doing this intentionally, that is ridiculous. You know why that's ridiculous? Because your percentages are somewhere in between 25 and 35% if you lose the purse bid. If you win the purse bid, the fighter gets anywhere between 65 and 75%. So you think his fighters would approve of him consistently losing purse bids? I'm just saying. All right. Now, moving forward. $32 million. Listen. Think of this at the, I'm just going to help you understand this since we're in America. I don't know any UK analogy, so I'm going to use at the All-Star game. When you win the home run derby, they give you a truck, right? Right? Who hands you the keys to the truck or the check or that check for $25,000? The owner of that company. Right? When Kevin Hart, your favorite celebrity, your favorite actor, your best friend, you donate money, you donate whatever you donate, right? Who's the face of the donation? You are, right? Because it's a representation. It's the highest. Given an astronomical of money is one of the highest representations of yourself that you can give in a capitalist society, right? Well, don't you think that DAZN, Sky Sports, Eddie Hearn would have had a press conference and announced that they're giving $32, $35 million? Anthony Joshua is not making $32 million to fight Jarrell Big Baby Miller when the gate won't even clear $10 million. Listen, the income is not there. It's just almost, it's bewildering to me that I hear media members and reports saying DAZN has all this money. DAZN doesn't have all this money. If DAZN had this much money, that much money, they would co-promote. They would buy fights. Bob Arum bought the Kovalev fight from Main Event. You don't see DAZN buying fights, bidding on Kovalev, going in on purse bids. You don't hear that. It is, listen, God, man, sometimes you just got to let things play out, and I've made mistakes before. I'm not going to sit and say I'm perfect and I'm like the most genius reporter or media member out there. But sometimes you got to let things play out and let the truth unfold itself. If it quacks like a duck, talks like a duck, walks like a duck, guess what? It is a duck. There's a reason why Eddie Hearn has come over here to America and can't sell out. There's a reason why Anthony Joshua is leaving, quote unquote, making $30 million over there in the UK and coming over here to make $32 million. So you mean to tell me he's leaving the UK just to make a plus $2 million? But you want to believe he's it's just beyond me. Just from a common sense perspective, people are going to go out there and believe. You're going to hear so many people dropping videos, having conversations, retweeting. It's not true. Show me the Carfax. When Floyd Mayweather signed that big deal, you had Steven Espinoza and you had everyone else surrounding him, congratulating Leonard Ellaby. I don't care what the commission say. I don't care what Eddie Hearn say. It is total hogwash. It is total BS. Anthony Joshua cannot come over here and make $32 million. It is impossible. Okay? There are no Buster Douglas checks in boxing anymore, man. What did he make, 27 against Evander Holyfield? He put Steve Wynn out of the boxing game. He said he'll never put on another fight ever again after that hogwash. Listen. If he's making $32 million, you think Jarrell Big Baby Miller's making $2.5? Do the math. Jarrell Big Baby Miller is the ace high in negotiations, not in terms of the amount of money, but I'm the last leaf on the tree. You done shook the tree. You done shook every piece of leaf in the tree. Jarrell Big Baby Miller is the last standing leaf. Do you think he's going to sit there and say, I'll take $2 million when Anthony Joshua's making $32 million? Floyd Mayweather made the deal real simple. How much you making your last fight? 5? I'm gonna double it. I'm gonna give you 10. Why wouldn't you want your pay doubled? You get where I'm coming from? Some of you might say Jarrell Big Baby Miller is making $1 million, maybe $2 million is a double. I don't know. I don't know that to be true. I can't. Hold on, I gotta take this phone call. All right, so I'm back. I'm back, biggity bitty back. And I was making a reference to Floyd Mayweather and Jarrell Big Baby Miller being the last leaf on the tree. If you know you're the last option, don't you have high demands? And if you know Big Baby Miller is making 30, 60, shit, man, double, like 3,000% more than what you're making, wouldn't you make some demands on your part? So I just wanted to just touch base. Eddie, if he was making $32 million and he made $30 million in the UK, there's no reason to come to America. There's no reason. There's no reason to uproot and get taxed and get taxed on $32 million when you're making $30 million. It makes no sense. Floyd Mayweather made $33 million, and that is facts. Canelo is not making $35 million. They don't have the income to substantiate that. Listen, let's put things in perspective. Canelo's making, let's say 35 million. Let's say whatever it was, 30. Let's just round it off, whatever it was, 35 million. He's making 30. That's $67 million. With no opponent. No undercard for 2 fights. No subscription base. When DAZN hits 1 million subscribers, we will know, because they have to get audited and it has to be a promotional thing. Like I just saw something that ESPN had 2 million subscribers. You know, they did 1 million. Congratulations, ESPN. They did 1 million this past Saturday. And it's just a whole bunch of frauds. The numbers don't add up. Women lie, men lie, numbers don't. I just want to put a wedge in between the reality and what is fact and what is fiction. Until DAZN can substantiate and prove that they're giving out all this money, I haven't seen them get an athlete that didn't have a home. Tell me an athlete, tell me a boxer on their roster that was coveted that they got. People are gonna say Canelo, but Canelo had no other option because of Golden Boy. So I think like if Floyd Mayweather was in the equation, if Canelo's in the equation, you kind of gotta throw those to the wind, right? Throw those cautions to the wind. Now just think about the whole boxing sphere. What free agent have they coveted? If every PBC fighter is a free agent and you can't get one, let me put this, they have close to 200 fighters and you can't get one. People are going to say Daniel Jacobs, Jesse Vargas, you know, outside of those two, Amir Khan, but that was, I'll drop Amir Khan video by the end of this year, and I'll do some on why that happened. But Amir Khan and Eddie Hearn don't even talk. They're not even friends. They don't love each other. They don't like each other. That was a whole nother deal. And I'll talk about that some other time. But if they have, guys, the money isn't there. I'm not saying they don't have the potential to earn money. I'm not saying that DAZN is a failure. They are failing. If Eddie Hearn, if he's making $30 million in the UK, and Eddie Hearn can control the tickets, no matter what legislation they put in, he still can't control the tickets and how you sell them and et cetera, et cetera. You think he would bring him to America for $2 million? I would say fuck DAZN. For $2 million, you want me to uproot something that is ingrained? All right. So it's just from a common sense perspective. Until DAZN can substantiate and consistently prove what they're making, then we'll know. Then fighters will know. People say, oh, ask the fighters what they... Guys, it's the same circus. He's been in business for a year and haven't signed anyone. Did Arthur Benavidez leave to Top Rank? Who's still signed to Al Heyman? You know, so at the end of the day, does the W boxing series, why are they not on DAZN? DAZN is the network, right? The money isn't there, guys. It's not there, okay? Dad ain't picking you up. You can sit on the stoop or wait for him as long as you want. Your father ain't coming. All right? The money ain't there. Mommy ain't buying you those Easter shoes. They can't afford it. Okay? You are not getting NBA 2K for your birthday. Mommy can't afford it. No matter how many promises they make deep down inside, you know you're not getting that video game because mom can't afford it. Dad can't afford it. Why do we lose sight of reality when we speak in hyperboles of somebody else? But key word, hyperbole, right? People believe hyperboles, right? Hyperboles is just supposed to make the story beautiful, make it easier on the ears. So anyways, man, I just wanted to come in and I was shocked that Blue Blood was reporting this as if he was believing it. You understand? When we didn't see what Canelo made. Listen, if Canelo made $35 million, the commission would have reported $35 million. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. That's it. We would have known. They just throw these numbers out. Listen, he has it's like a pyramid scheme. Canelo's contract is like a pyramid scheme, where he has to reach certain benchmarks, certain subscribers, certain viewership, whatever the case may be. And I'm gonna drop a video. I'm about to explain why DAZN is more expensive than a pay-per-view. Americans are so dumb when they say, oh, it's cheaper. It is not cheaper than a pay-per-view. Okay? I'm going to explain it. Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. And I'll talk to you guys soon.